come out of your comfort zone and tell your real testimony and not the watered down church version because you're trying to be accepted version. Do you hear me? Tell your whole truth so somebody else can get set free.
However long you stay in the wilderness is determined by you.
Hey y'all, come on in. We are on part 7. If you haven't already, like this, share this, put this in somebody's inbox. Again, this is not to expose anybody. If you haven't watched the other parts already, go back and watch the other part and come on back here to part 7. It's liberating to finally be able to tell this. And part of this is just so hopefully my story can help encourage somebody else that God is able and that you can turn your situation into stepping stones. This was a major hurt and it brought me hope. Talking about how I was majorly depressed. I had already signed my divorce papers and I wanted to go to the club, right? So I do that. I get real cute, okay? I stop at every single place you can stop at. I am taking sleepy gummies like I am going to the club. Okay? I haven't been to the club in years. I've been saved at this time for about 11 years, and I haven't been to the club in all that time unless I was going in there trying to drag somebody out, okay? So I go to the club, y'all, and me and my friends kick it. To the club, we dancing, we kicking it. We doing what everybody in the club do. And my friends are like, girl, that's good. You haven't smiled in a long time. You know, they happy for me. These are my friends that, you know, they love me enough to go there with me. Some of my friends like, girl, I'm not going to no club with you. I don't care what you're talking about. But a couple of my friends like, I'm down, right? And I think I had a new friend with me. We in the club. We kicking it, right? So we go in the club, we kicking it, and we come out the club, and we meet this man. We meet this man, y'all, and God begins to, like, get me out of this spirit of like, I want to kick it to like, you have a mission. And I begin to talk to this man. I hear the Lord say, this is a pastor's son and he needs to go back home. I'm like, oh no, I'm found my divorce papers. I am kicking it tonight. So he comes over, he talks to us and he's like, if y'all got a charger, I'll pay y'all way into the next club. And we like, let's go. No, say less, right? So my friend has a portable charger, gives that to him. We go to the next club. He's buying drinks and doing all this stuff. And at this time, the Lord is heavy. Like, he needs to go back home. He's a pastor's son. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm not going to be talking about this, right? So I begin to talk to him. And my friend come over like, oh, no, you're not talking about God right now. And I'm like, God is telling me that this man needs to go back home. And he's going to do that because this is God telling me this. So I begin to talk to him. And I say, you're a pastor's son, right? And he's like, how did you know? Like, it's time for you to go back home. And we talk and he booked his flight, y'all. He looking up flights and he's like, I gotta go back home. And I'm like, Lord, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Like, I'm here to kick it. After I talk to him, I'm like, mission complete. Let's go back and let's kick it. So we go back to this, we in the back of this club, we dancing, and this girl comes up to me and she's like, I want to go with y'all. I'm like, girl, let's go. Because we in the club. We meet new friends every second, right? The girl comes and she's staring at me, y'all. Like, she's literally, like, she's staring in space. And she was like, who are you? She's like, tell me who you are. I was like, girl, my name is Tiffany and I'm in here to kick it. Like, that's what I'm here for. And she was like, nah, it's something about you. You got to tell me your sign. What is your sign? And those that know me know that I know when you identify with a horoscope, you identifying with a demon. Y'all might not agree, but it is what it is. So I don't care how crazy I'm trying to go. I'm still not about to identify with that. So I'm like, I don't believe in horoscopes. And she was like, I knew it. Why don't you believe in horoscopes? And I'm like, girl, because they just not of God, you know. And she was like, I'm not leaving until you tell me who you are. And I'm like, girl, just come on. So we go to the next club. She following us, y'all. She dancing with us and all that type of stuff. And she is stuck on me telling her who I am. She's like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, right now, I can't even work. Like, I go to bed for a living out of depression. And she's like, nah, what do you do for a living? I said, I work with mental health. And she's like, nah, it's something else. It's something else you do for a living. And I don't know why in that moment, I was like, I'm a pastor, right? And she was like, oh, pray for me. I'm like, oh my goodness, help me, Lord, right? Ain't no way I'm about to be in a club praying. Baby, yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was in the club praying. After she got done, every time God has me to talk to someone, I'm trying to go back to kicking it because my flesh wants to just get out of this place of depression. So I go back to kicking it. After this, I meet another man and I talk to him and he kind of lifts my spirits a little bit. He like, man, forget your husband. You know, if he want to divorce you, divorce him. And, you know, it'd be drunk people saying that type of stuff. So, long story short, all of this happens in the club. And I feel like God had a mighty move of God in the midst of this. And I go back home. And I'm chilling in my house. And I was talking to one of my good friends. And I hear somebody break through my window, y'all. I am scared to death. So I'm calling I'm just call somebody. Somebody just broke in my house. And it is my husband. Keep in mind, he could have used the door. He could have used the garage. He broke in the house because he thought he had never seen me go to the club or anything. He never knew me to be out late like that. So he thought I had came home with a man, right? So he comes in and he talks to me. I feel like he's back to being his normal self. He's nice. At the time, I had that last guy I talked to was like, forget your husband. I gave him my number, right? He calls my phone, and my husband at the time, well, we have divorce papers in the oven, right? And he answers the phone, and this man was like, oh, this is her husband, huh? And the man talks to him about the Lord. This sounds really crazy, y'all. The man talks to him about God, and the man tells him, you're making a big mistake if you divorce your wife. And, you know, we would think that would be a hostile thing, but this man is talking to him literally about God. And he comes back in, and he's in tears, right? Not tears because the man disrespected him, but tears because the Holy Ghost is working on him and convicting him. So he comes back in, he apologizes to me, and he was like, you know, I don't think we should end this. And I'm like, good, because I didn't want to end it anyway. And I'm like, good, we are good, right? All that struggle, all that situation, this marriage is going to work out, and everything is going to be well. So everything is good. That's my husband. We go to sleep. We wake up. When I tell you, I am excited. Like, my marriage is back, and it happened just like that. Wake up the next day, and no, it was a huge change. Again, this man is acting violent. He is tripping out for no reason. No reason. And I'm like, what the heck? And he storms out the house and he leaves, and I didn't see him for a time after that. And I'm like, Lord, I thought it was going to be good. Like, I thought we were going to be good. So again, I'm in this emotional roller coaster, and I'm back down in the dumps again. The moment I thought I was up, I'm back in the dumps again. And Sunday comes, I can't preach in my church because I was just in the club on Friday, right? I can't preach in my church, so I get a guest speaker. And I'm back into this place of depression. I'm majorly depressed. And one of my good friends, Apostle Kellie, she said, I'm coming down there next weekend. And I'm preaching down there. And girl, I'm so distraught. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't even care, because at this point, I don't want to be saved no more, right? I'm in this mindset of, I want to go back to the club, and next time I'm not talking to anybody about the Lord. And next time I'm going to get sloppy drunk, and I might smoke some weed. Like, I just want to live and not feel depressed. And I'm feeling suicidal. So if I don't take myself out, some liquor can surely knock me out. Like, and I want to have sex. Come on, I'm just being honest with y'all. And I want to have sex, and I want to feel love. And I don't want to be saved anymore. I am done. I am done with being saved. I am done with pastoring. I am done with the church. I am done with this man. I'm angry, right? I've done all that I could do to satisfy this man. I have did everything he asked me to do. I have been submissive to him. I allowed him to do everything to the point to where I end up being abused for nothing. And I am done with everything. I don't care what nobody has to say. I'm done with God, right? And I'm done with the people of God, and I am done. I am quitting. This is my last day. So I closed down Bible study that week, and I was completely finished. And Prophetess Kellie comes, and she comes on a Friday. And my goal was to, okay, this is my friend. This is probably the last time I'm ever going to see her, because I'm not going to be saved anymore. And so I'm about to go see her at her event, and I'm leaving, right? I'm going to the club. That was my goal. I'm going to the club, and these people of God can do what they want to do, because I am done. That was my goal. That was my mindset, y'all. And when I go to the club tonight, I'm going to have sex with somebody. And when I go to the club tonight, I'm going to get drunk, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do, because I deserve it, because I've put my whole life on the line for 2 years for this man, and he does not care if I live or die. Like, I'm fed up. And I thought this was the man God sent for me, but this cannot be the man God sent for me because I am lost. So I go to this event, y'all, and Prophetess Kellie is there, and she knows that I am not feeling it. Like, I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to the club after this, and I'm going to do everything I said I was going to do. And my heart is so hardened. I don't care who it is or what it says. I am not backing down. That woman of God grabbed me up, y'all, prayed over me, and held me like a baby. And when I tell you, every stubbornness, every sense of like this cover up, this shell on my heart came crashing down. Crashing down. I cried like a baby, okay? But I still was hurt. You know, I still was broken. And I still didn't know what to do in this marriage. So I went home, I thanked her, and I'm like, I'm back in my right mind, right? I'm not going to the club anymore. I'm not doing all these things that I said I was going to do, but I still don't want to preach. I still don't want to do anything with the church. And she comes to my church that Sunday, preaches to me again, y'all. Breaks all of this stuff off of me. And it put me in this position of I can't quit. I can't quit. I know that I want to give up. I know I want to walk away. I know I'm feeling suicidal, but I can't. I got to stick with God. And if that woman hadn't came down that weekend on her own terms, her own finances, she said God told her to come down there. If she hadn't came down, I don't know where I would be, y'all. I would probably be pregnant somewhere outside the church. Probably dead. Who knows? After she left, I had a court date the following week for my divorce. And I went to the court date. And I went to the court date broken. I went to the court date hoping I see my husband at that time so I can just try to plead with him not to go through with it, you know. And I still felt lost. I still felt suicidal to an extent, but I felt free. I wasn't giving up on God. And even though I feel suicidal, I wasn't going to commit suicide. You know, it was just a feeling. I was still depressed. And I went to court that day, and my husband at the time didn't show up. So they continued it. And I went home, y'all, and I just waddled in my sadness. I waddled in unforgiveness. I had anger, right? I was angry and I was mad, and I couldn't see the good in it. I just seen bad. And God, why would you allow me to do this if you knew that it was going to lead to this? And I'm lonely and I'm hurt and I don't know what to do. And I lay down and I go to sleep, y'all, and I'm depressed. I'm overdosing on depression medications, right? I get medication. I got 3 therapists, baby. I'm getting medications from everybody, okay? I'm just waddling in that. I have like 3 different strengths of depression medication, 3 different types. And I'm waddling in that, and I'm to the point to where I can't even think because this depression medication got me in a zone of being high. I don't know if anybody ever struggled with depression, but some of the medication they give you, it literally takes your thoughts right out of your mind. Like I have no thoughts, 0. And I'm sitting in here on all these medications. I have no thoughts, y'all. And God speaks to me.
I can't give up.